Okay, what's going on with all my money motivated stars? Now, in this video, I want to brush back on the subconscious mind and the conscious mind with just trying to help people with stuff that they don't see on the day-to-day basis. You know, I might have a lot of people who watch me who are very, very in tune with the conscious and subconscious mind, but I just wanted to talk about it because if you ain't seen nothing about it today, I want you to see something about it. You feel what I'm saying? Because we take in so much content, and I know how it is. It's so easy to get trapped in. It's easy to get trapped into that matrix loophole where you're finding one video. You might not even intend to scroll all day long or scroll while you're at work. You may have a goal in mind. Okay, I'm just going to intake this much nonsense, but the whole time you end up just constantly scrolling. Each dopamine hit, you just want more and more. You feel what I'm saying? Because the videos are so satisfying, and if they ain't satisfying, you scroll until you find a more satisfying video. That's what keeps you in the cycle. You know what I mean? It's the constant release of dopamine. You know what I mean? Because life may not be going how you want it to go. A lot of different things. Your co-workers getting on your nerves, bosses getting on your nerves, family members getting on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? So you need a release. So you go to social media, you go get the worst food possible, but it make you feel better. You go get a ton of ice cream, ton of Oreo, you know, whatever the case may be. But to talk about the conscious mind, you know, me talking to you right now, using my conscious mind, you know, saying everything that I believe in, you know, like manifestation. When I talk about the videos on the celebrities, you know, these are things that I really believe in. I don't put too much focus on the celebrities, but I do talk about them, you know what I mean? Because I know they have influence. You gotta go where it's popping it, you know what I mean, on the internet or in people's minds. So in people's minds, if you know the celebrities are popping, you have to go to that type of content, you know what I mean, to lure people over who's stuck in that mindset and think that that's the life that they want, you know what I mean? The popular, the rich, and I wanna stun on everybody, you know what I'm saying, who did me wrong. I try to get people out their mindset and want a positive, peace and harmony type of mindset. Because like I said, we are literally powering this matrix, and everything we see on television is influencing it. Like I said, that's the biggest reason for the news when a white officer kill a black cop, they gonna plaster it everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna make sure that's known. Even though it's different races of people getting killed by the police, they only gonna highlight certain ones. You know what I mean? Because they know if they put out certain propaganda, what's gonna stick and what they prep people to be mad at. You feel what I'm saying? They know that black on black crime exists, but when do black people get the most mad and most violent? When a white person kills a black person. 9 times out of 10, that white person being a cop. You feel what I'm saying? So they know what triggers different races. They know what triggers everybody, basically, because they put the triggers out for us to get triggered. You know what I mean? So in a world like that, when you taking all that type of content in, this playing with your emotions, because they have to put out content that triggers your emotions to cipher your energy. They're not going to get your energy if they're constantly putting out neutral energy videos. Nobody's gonna be feeling no type of way but good. You feel what I'm saying? If you scrolling and you seeing all the good stuff is going on in the world and all the accomplishments, they're not gonna be able to harvest their energy because they don't. Loving energy don't taste good to them. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to call these folks demons or whatever you want to call these folks, they don't thrive off positive energy. That's why they don't like to see positive people, and that's why they push a certain narrative online. You feel what I'm saying? It's not until you change or shift your thinking until you start seeing all type of content that you didn't even know existed. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't lying. Anybody who's transitioning or transitioning their perspective on a lot of different things, you notice like, damn, I ain't even know this exists. I ain't even know this content creator existed. I ain't even know this type of music existed. You feel what I'm saying? because you open up a new level of thinking. Something triggers you in your brain, whether you did it yourself or you just naturally woke up not wanting to do certain things anymore. Your thoughts shifted, so your reality shifted. You feel what I'm saying? Watch videos like mine all day. Watch videos like Joe Dispenza, Dr. Phil Valentine, and you're gonna start to see the algorithm change. Like I said, we have a universal algorithm as well. That's what they're copying off of. Anything you see, as above, so below. Anything you see on this plane right here, this third dimension, trust me, it's going on in the universe because they're mimicking the laws of the universe with their devices. You know what I mean? Like I said, they're putting it in their algorithm, and they know once you ingest negative content all day long, that's what they're gonna feed you. You know what I'm saying? So once you ingest negative content, you know what I mean, in your environment, that's the whole reason for the ghetto, the projects. They knew once a certain people got placed in a certain environment, if they saw negative activity, you are eventually going to become a product of your environment. Yes, there are a select few who still supersede everything negative they see and still become positive. But how many success stories do we have when you coming from the ghetto? You don't really have many. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why you go across the train track, you see all these big houses, and you see all, you know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, mostly white people stay there. You feel what I'm saying? Or you gonna see Indians. Yes, you see a sprinkle of black folks in some of these areas, but these areas was not built for it. That's why you see predominantly black people in the hood, in the projects. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted us to see that, so a lot of us wouldn't thrive. So moving along, once we know these things, we gotta know that we gotta start charging up our energy. Like I said, switching the music we listening to, because when you go to these clubs, the DJ is nothing but the person who controls your energy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna end it right here, but before I got hip to all this stuff, man, I went to a club in Memphis, like a couple of, cause I really wasn't no club person. I can count literally probably on one hand how many times I went to a club. But when I did go, I went to this one club. I don't know if it was Jerry Lee Lewis or whatever club it was. They would play like a song to get you hyped, then they would play another song, and it would be like a slower song. And I remember telling my homeboy, I don't like this club, bro. Like they not keeping up with the vibe of the party. You feel what I'm saying? Now, me being 34, me being more conscious, having a relapse of memory, and you know what I'm saying, remembering it, I was like, I know why they did that. You feel what I'm saying? Because if they know they play a crunk song, if they keep on playing these crunk songs, 9 times out of 10, a fight is gonna break out. You feel what I'm saying? So he was even in the playing field by playing a more slower song, then a more vibrant, you know what I'm saying, more crunk song. You know what I mean? So he was switching them out because that's your master. You feel what I'm saying? If you want to stop going to the club and you don't know how you want to stop, think of it like that. When you go inside that club, that DJ is your master because he controls how you gonna feel in that club. And a lot of people probably don't want to agree with it, but they do. You know what I'm saying? If the DJ decide to play all love songs while you in that club, he could potentially make your ass cry. What if he play every song that you and your ex, you know what I'm saying, grew to love, and now you in there thinking about your ex. That's why Rod Wave got that song. Now you in the middle of the club trying not to cry to a love song. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why they had that powerful scene in They Clone Tyrone when the DJ was controlling those people. He told them, hey, I need y'all to go do something for me. And he's sitting up on his ass outside to go attack the people, the main characters. You feel what I'm saying? The DJ is basically your guy when you walk into a club. You feel what I'm saying? Because he can make your ass, if he play number 3 6 Mafia, get the fuck out. You better get out that club. You feel what I'm saying? Because 3 6 Mafia got some shit to make your ass act a plumb fool. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I don't go to places like this, man. You be better off going to a little lounge or something where they playing classical music or whatever. You better go to the opera. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the person who's controlled I don't know what the fuck they call it, the orchestra. That's why he got the little stick. You know what I mean? He just controlling this whole musical frequencies with that damn chopstick in his hand. You know what I'm saying? And people in the crowd, you get programmed by that. You know what I mean? Whether it's a good feeling or bad feeling, the DJ is in control of your life for that 1 little hour you in the club, 30 minutes, however long you in the club. You feel what I'm saying? I know this video took a turn about conscious and subconscious, but a lot of this stuff needs to be said, man. The basis of the video is like you not in control of your life, and you're not in control of your life because you're not in control of your thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? What made anybody ever want to go to a club? Did you see Players Club? You know what I'm saying? That what made you want to go to a strip club? It's all these movies they throw out in your face. Nobody's born into this world wanting to go to a damn club. You feel what I'm saying? And just be around and just start shaking. You feel what I'm saying? Festival probably, because that's more on the ancestral side where you burning sticks, you know what I mean, and got the drums. That's our natural club, you know what I mean. But being in this box, this sweat box, with people who full of drugs, you know what I'm saying, full of liquor, you know what I mean. Then you got the music, you feel what I'm saying. You literally can make people do anything as the DJ. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta start taking more control of our conscious mind, and our subconscious will follow. You feel what I'm saying? Our conscious mind is literally us, and if we tell it something, which us telling it something is us giving it a belief. You feel what I'm saying? It's like some people who believe in their religion. You know what I mean? If they believe in Jesus or whether they believe in Allah, you consciously was told about Allah or Jesus. Don't sit here and lie. You wasn't born believing in Jesus or Allah or whatever you believe in. So when you got told that consciously, you started to believe that after a repetition of going to church, and that faded down into your subconscious. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why some people, if they leave here or if they have a dream, they might have a dream about the person who they worship or anything that they consciously chose to believe. You feel what I'm saying? So the universe is going to make sure that you see with your own two eyes or your consciousness whatever you believe in. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say stop watching the news like that, because your conscious mind start believing anything on the news. You feel what I'm saying? Just like the people who are different races, like, damn, black people are animals, or you know what I'm saying, all white people do is shoot up the schools. Where did we get that from? Media. Well, nobody be saying about certain races if we didn't see that on the media. So the fact that we chose that to believe that about different races, we're gonna look at them a certain type of way in our real life when we go out into this world. That's what I'm saying about subconscious and conscious programming. They need these visual eyes to sit on a billboard, on a commercial or something. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they say, love their chicken from Popeyes. You feel what I'm saying? They programming you to love that fucking that chicken. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the slogan of BK, have it your way. You know what I mean? They program it to make you feel comfortable about making that decision or that choice. They program your subconscious mind because they know you seeing it consciously on their couch. You know what I'm saying? And even McDonald's, bye, I'm loving it. You feel what I'm saying? I am is the most powerful affirmation you can put out there. When you saying, I am this, I am confident, I am wise, I am wealthy. You feel what I'm saying? But you looking at a McDonald's commercial saying, I'm loving it. You feel what I'm saying? I am loving it. You know what I'm saying? It goes down. It's so deep, man. I can make this video for like an hour. It goes so deep when they program your subconscious mind. So we gotta know the telltale signs when we getting programmed. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta know the signs, man. So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for liking the video. I appreciate y'all for being a supporter of mine, especially if you've been here for years. You know what I mean? I did have been on YouTube probably like 7 years. I'm going on 7 years. Man, time has flown by. But I appreciate everybody who's been there supporting me. I appreciate all the people who coming, you know what I mean? And even shout out to the people who left, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Y'all make sure y'all watch out for these signs and make sure y'all ahead of the conscious programming and subconscious programming, because they will get you without knowing. You feel what I'm saying? Even your partner can subconsciously program you. You know what I mean? But because you get programmed off repeated behavior. You feel what I'm saying? So it's about the repeated behavior that you accept. As a people, we've been repeatedly accepting bullshit, and we repeatedly accepting bullshit food, putting it in our body. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's where it plays a part in the thoughts. Yes, a person can have a terrible diet and still program their subconscious mind for greatness. They'll just be an unhealthy ass person who figured out life, but they will be soon to meet their demise from a heart attack or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you putting these practices together, and which I'm finna show you, when you putting these people finna show you, when you putting these practices together, eating healthy will guide you quicker, because the thoughts it won't be so hard to come up with positive thoughts when you're eating positive foods and life force bringing food. You know what I mean? When the food gives you life, you have more energy, and when you have more energy to power your body, you have more energy to power thoughts that you haven't been thinking that much. You feel what I'm saying? French fries power depression. You feel what I'm saying? Ice cream power depression, because it makes you feel good so quick. Soon that first goddamn tablespoon of ice cream you put in your mouth, your ass get to feeling good. Stop lying and saying you don't. You feel what I'm saying? And that one keep on, you know what I mean? But after you ate the whole damn thing, your ass full of anxiety. You're having the worst type of thoughts. You don't even want to go outside no more. Like, real. So we gotta start making these energetic foods, man, taste like, you know what I mean, what they supposed to be tasting like. And a lot of them don't even need no altering, because a mango don't need shit. I love me a mango. A watermelon don't need nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all your choice. This is why I brought you this video, man, to let you know it's your choice on how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice, because I know I said it was going to be my last thing, but this is going to be my last thing, I promise. When you start going on this journey of changing your conscious mind and your subconscious starts to follow, you will start to see subtle changes. But don't get used to it. Get used to it. I ain't saying don't get used to it, but I'm saying get used to it. Because if you don't get used to it, you're going to see the little small changes and you ain't going to think none of it. You feel what I'm saying? The change doesn't happen today you poor, tomorrow you rich. Now it can. I'm not saying it can't, because nothing is impossible, but it's not going to really happen like that when you're easing into this lifestyle. You're going to start seeing more synchronicities, but then your old mindset is going to come back. You feel what I'm saying? This is like a wind up to it. You feel what I'm saying? You end up winding it so it can play, and then it end up winding, you know what I'm saying? It start going back when you let go. When you let go of those thoughts that are happening, that toy is going to start winding back, and it's going to stop. It's not until you keep on winding it up. You feel what I'm saying? So think of that as your mind, and these positive thoughts, keep winding them up. Because if you stop thinking positive, those negative thoughts going to start to emerge, because that's your factory setting that they set you on. Now, when you get your factory setting back to positive thoughts, you ain't going to have to keep on doing no whining, because you already set your, you know what I'm saying, the basis for what you want to live. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got us very, very young, because they knew if we did get a little change, they don't go back doing what they doing. That's why they say anybody who got out of jail, who been there longer than 5 to 10 years, is going to go back. Because they didn't sit their factory setting back. You feel what I'm saying? This is all this person is used to now. So we got to get used to positive stuff, man. Sorry for this video being too long, but I had to say it. I'm going to end it right here, man. Like I said, appreciate y'all for liking the video. Appreciate y'all for taking time out y'all day to even watch this video. Because it will do you some good if you listen. And if you just, you know, maybe you have to repeat this video tomorrow or a day after, you know what I mean? But it will come in handy. They want you to see this. So, y'all be blessed, don't walk in there smoking.
Would you go to a sick doctor to find out how to get healthy? You want to know why we do it? We're in the habit of doing it. This is where everything starts. We build a picture in our mind. Do you know what our problem is? When we build that kind of a picture, we instantly say we can't do it if it's far beyond the results that we're getting. You wouldn't be able to get the picture if you couldn't do it. You can do anything you want. Hooked up to your conscious mind, like little antennae, you have sensory factors. You can hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. You know that's where most people get all their information, through their sensory factors? They watch a TV, read a newspaper, listen to the radio, overhear conversations, and you know what most people are doing? They're talking about why something can't be done, and we're listening to it. It's what's in here that controls the vibration, and conscious awareness of the vibration is called feeling. We are not only a physical expression of that power, we're an instrument of that power. That power literally flows to and through us. As it flows into our consciousness, it just is. Just is. Called the secret of freedom.
I like to think of the subconscious mind down here. This is your subconscious mind. This is where everything goes. And ever since you've been a little child, every message that you've had, everything you've done, all the experiences that you've had, everything you've said has gone into these filing cabinets down here. And I like to think of lots of little messengers down there. And when you think a thought or you have an experience, the message goes down, they grab the message, they look at it, and they put it in the appropriate file. And for a long time, you have perhaps been building up files that say, I'm not good enough, I'll never make it, you know, I don't do it right. I mean, you're getting absolutely buried under these files. And then all of a sudden, you do an affirmation that says, I'm wonderful and I love myself. And it goes down, and they pick up this thing, and they say, what is this? Where does it go? We've never seen this before. So what they do is they call doubt. Doubt, come over here and go up and see what's going on. So doubt picks up the message and comes up to you and says, hey, look at this. You know, you've always been saying this, and here it is. And you can react one of two ways. You can go, oh, you're right, I'm terrible, I'm no good, I'm sorry, that's not the right message, and go back to your own old things. Or you can say to doubt, thank you for sharing. And this is see, don't treat doubt as an enemy. Treat doubt as a messenger that's a friend. And thank doubt for coming up and looking at you and saying, now that was the old message, but this is the new message. Now go down and start a new file, and there's going to be lots of these coming through. And if you look at doubt that way and begin to treat doubt that way, then doubt becomes your friend. You see, we need to change our thinking, because changing our thinking changes our reality.